Go ahead.
Alright, welcome to the Pauly Edge interview. This is Pauly Edge, Paul Swim.
How you doing?
He's from Syracuse. He sings in a band called Meltdown. And I'm KSUE. Alright, let's start with a little story I have about how I met you.
Okay.
It was at the Palladium in Worcester. The show was Terror and Unearth, and we were outside the venue.
Obviously a great gig.
It was pretty good, I remember.
Go ahead.
You were selling zines, Final Word zine. I think it was issue 4. Madball, No Warning, or something like that.
Madball, Death Threat, other related bands. Go ahead.
Alright, well anyway, you sold me your zine. I read it, I thought it was cool. And I met you. You know, we introduced each other, or you introduced yourself to me or whatever. Next week, I think it was at the ICC or something.
Right.
But I saw you again, and you tried to sell me the same zine. You had no idea who I was. You had forgotten me in 1 week, and you had no idea that I had already bought that zine. So I'm wondering, like, how many hundreds or maybe like thousands of people you treated that way, of like, you know, trying to sell them a zine and just forget them.
Well, this interview is an exclusive one that's unfiltered, so I'm gonna really go for broke here. Basically, I've sold over probably 4,000 zines on my own, 6,000 in total, and with issue 8 coming out, probably another 2,000-3,000.
Who's in issue 8?
Issue 8, everything from Have Heart to Lamb of God to Absolution to Mr. Bungle. There's everything in this new zine. It's got pictures of COC down, every type of Phil Anselmo thing, weightlifting tips, cooking tips, tips on girls, everything that you might need for day-to-day survival. But basically, 3 things were exhibited when I brushed you off. One is that I have a perseverance to make the sale no matter what. Whether it comes down to totally ignoring someone, totally looking at them as a dollar sign, it doesn't matter to me. The sale is number 1, and to go through it any chance. 2, the fact that you were not memorable. Basically, I've forgotten that we were even friends. A side note to that is that I once said to Tom Ranger of Attitude that all Asians look the same. So you must have just blended it with every other Asian I've ever met. And are you guys taking this interview seriously?
Yes. Continue.
Okay. And 3 is my love for metalcore. I was obviously engrossed by Unearth.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Alright, let's really start the interview now.
Okay.
Alright, well, how are you?
Good. I'm tired. We checked Meltdown vocals tonight. You know, went alright. Hopefully, new Meltdown's trying to sound like Unearth and Lamb of God, Life Once Lost. A lot of influences in metal bands.
Nice.
Some hardcore bands, Only Living Witness, which is kind of a crossover band, COC, Life of Agony, related stuff.
Doesn't really sound like any of that though. Why is
Well, you did say it sounded like Unearth.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's keep that.
A little bit of
Testament. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to make my band sound bigger than it really is.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Next question. Fresh out of high school, no, after your freshman year of college, you took the job as a terror roadie.
Okay.
Right? I remember seeing you at Hellfest, at the merch table, Hellfest in New Jersey. The merch table, boxes and boxes of terror merch surrounding you, a giant crowd of people in front of the table.
You were shocked.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, this dude that I had met who forgot me is selling terror merch right now. And you were just like sweating profusely, you were just like running around, going crazy. I was wondering,
So
like,
it looked like I was in a dodgeball game.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I want you to tell me about that experience and how it shaped your views about life on the road. Your first tour, right?
Well, I had a big conversation with Scott Vogel about this, I think yesterday, and I did that job. I did that job as a first-time experience. I was real excited, younger fella, and it was cool. But I didn't really know how to react to life on the road, being, you know, every day moving and, you know, driving the van and endless work and slavery, and basically, I just kind of broke as a young kid. I just kind of fell apart on the road, and those dudes are used to, like you picked on. You guys pick on Briggs and Pat and Ryan, who's weakling, Toomey, and I wasn't used to the picking and the making fun of, and I wasn't used to any of that. So they picked on me, and I couldn't handle it, and I was a wuss, and I blamed them for being a dickhead to me and shitty, but more or less they're great guys now, and just because I learned how it goes, because we have plenty of people in my band, Mitty, George, Brian, everybody. I hate everyone in my band equally, and now I think that and they hate me, and I've even been exiled from my van plenty of times, Yeah. So basically the hate equals out, but yeah, the Terror Tour ended with me being real sad, crying, and I'm gonna admit that on film that I did cry like a woman, and that's okay. And basically after that I planned on, just doing my own band and doing my own thing. And I went on tour with Have Heart before you were in the band.
Right.
When one of my best guys, Ben Kelly, was in the band. And it was sick. That was the only other time I went as a roadie on a tour. And I might hopefully be on the Earth Crisis' tour as a roadie this winter.
Alright, now I want to expand on that question.
But I just also want to say that Terror is one of the best hard-working bands in hardcore now.
Alright. Expanding on that question, what would happen now if they had treated you the way that they treated young Pauly?
Well, basically, Pauly now is I'm like a Cro-Magnon man. I'm weathered. I'm weathered like a hard rock that's just been beaten in the storms of life. And basically, if they tried to do that to me, I would make their life a living hell. I'd be the best tour manager to ever hit the East Coast, the West Coast, the world. I'd basically crush them. I'd be a one-man band by the end of the tour. I'd play every instrument, sing. I'd be unstoppable.
All right.
But I told them that, so we'll see. I might do some stuff for them on the Earth Crisis tour.